Evening, guys. Hello. Let's have a little chit chat because why not? I feel like chit chatting. So, yeah, I've just been here in the garage. It's really nice and quiet in here. It's been raining all day. Like, summer is gone, and it's really sad to think about. It's just been raining non-stop. Summer was quick to leave, and yeah, I'm just sad that it's gone because I feel like I didn't make any memories. All I remember from the summer was just being depressed and crying because of my family. We didn't have a good summer at all. We went through a very rough patch, and speaking for me as well, for me, it was bad. It was really bad, and I always want to know, like, as a parent, why can't you see that, like, why can't you see how you're not making memories with your children and you're growing old, you're not getting any younger, time is passing, and you still don't want to make an effort to make memories with your kids, I just want to know, like, how can you let time pass and not do anything about it, until it will be too late because you don't have enough time left. You're not getting any younger, and you just keep living the same life, the same habits and routines, and you don't realize the people that you're meant to spend the most time with are right here in front of you, but you're just letting time slip, and it's going to be too late. So, yeah, I just, yeah, that's what I want to know. But this summer it was a huge disappointment for me, you know. I just feel like I didn't enjoy it. I couldn't enjoy it because of the things that we have to deal with, the certain people we have to deal with. It's sad, but I don't want to pity myself, I'm not pitying myself. I had enough time to cry and pity myself. I was depressed. I was, feeling like life wasn't worth living because I let people make me steal my happiness and my joy, And I also think it stems from the issue that I'm way too close to my family right now, I'm 20 years old, and I still am living the same way I lived when I was like the same way I was living when I was 14, Like, what I mean by that is, like, the same living home, nothing much has changed, Like, I have a job, I make my own money, but as far as that's about it as far as my independence goes, I still live in the same room, and my room's not getting any bigger or smaller, and it feels suffocating. I've been feeling very suffocated these past few months, actually. Maybe even this past year. I think I've just been feeling so suffocated, and I don't feel like I have freedom. I've done what everyone told me to do: get a job, do the safe route, and it's just, I just don't know, like, after all those years of school and trips and these things, like, this has kind of, all of that has amounted to this, me working some fast food job, and I know there's, like, other chances, like, other paths I could have taken, like university, traveling in my gap year. I was depressed in my gap year, so I didn't do anything. And yeah, I just feel like time is slipping by and it's September now, and I have nothing. I I haven't achieved anything that I felt like was for me. It was always just for the approval of my parents, and sticking to the safe route. Um, I don't have friends. I'm very isolated most of my time. I only like am around people when I go to my job. If I didn't have a job, I'm just completely cut off from the world. I just have like my family, and um I I am isolated, and you know for some reason, well, not for some reason, well, yeah, for some reason, I've always known that I will be successful, and I will make a impact in this world somehow. I don't know, I just like have visions. I just feel it in my soul that I'm meant to be in front of millions of people. Um I'm meant to be sharing something big to the world, and helping like thousands of people, and reaching thousands of people. And I like for 5 years now, that has stayed with me. That like literally like visions, like when I listen to music, I really feel the music, and I feel like those visions and that feeling that is going to happen is just so vivid, in my bones. And, you know, I know that that's what I'm here for. I'm meant for greatness, and I can't tell you like how or why. I can't prove to you what I'm saying. I can't. Um, all I know is that for 5 years I've been feeling that, and I know that that's my purpose. I have a bigger purpose. I have an assignment here, a really big one. And like I know that it's going to happen. I choose it. I I cannot stand like working a 9 to 5, slaving away a 9 to 5 for the rest of my life. I'd rather die than live a life like that. That's miserable to me, because I am I am a very sensitive soul, which means that I feel passion for so much of for so many, like, for the arts. I am so passionate about drawing, dancing, singing, moving my body, writing, clothing, fashion, self-expression, self-growth, the mind. I'm passionate about all these things, reading, helping people, and not just those, but helping people through that. And I know that's my purpose. Some like those are my skills. Those are my I watched this video of this guy explaining it. Those are my skills. I follow my skills. I don't follow this one goal or dream, like this one title that I'm striving for. No. Whether if I become a dancer or a singer or an artist, an animator, whatever it is, like if I become any of those things, it doesn't matter. Like I'm not striving for a particular title. I'm striving, like, I just know that I have these skills and something is waiting for me, you know? Like, I'm being prepared, I'm being, like, molded for something to come. So, I don't know what that is, and I don't know when that will happen, but I know right now I'm being molded for that, you know? 100% in my bones, I know that I have a purpose for that, for reaching a certain amount of people and spreading a message, you know, and impacting people. Because, yeah, that's just who I am, you know, that's how I've been, that's how I was created. But earlier I was saying, back to what I said earlier, I'm isolated right now. I have no friends. I work a dead-end job, really. But I'm not shaming my job, like, you know, minimum wage workers. I'm not shaming that, you know. I work really hard and I'm proud of my work, you know. I work a minimum wage job and I live in a small dead town, you know. It's a beautiful town. I'll give it that. It's quite nice. Like, if you know, it's definitely like a nice touristic, like, uh settle here, like come here for like 2 days, 2 3 days, and then like move on. Like, this is a town where you like stay for like maybe a couple days and then you move on to like something like a bigger thing, you know, like London. But I live in a very small town. My whole life, you know. I've lived abroad for a bit when I was a kid, and then, but eventually I moved back here and been here ever since. So mainly my whole life I've just been here. And yeah, I don't have anyone who shares the same feelings that I do about my situation and this place. I don't. You know, I have not met someone who feels this deep, unsatis unfulfillment, you know. Everyone here is like settled. Everyone here is settled. They're placed here, they're happy, just living their lives. But me, like everyone, my family, people I know, friends, me, I don't think I've ever felt settled. I've never felt settled. I've always felt like I don't belong here. I don't belong here. When I was in school, I felt that I don't belong here. When I went to college, I don't belong here. Now I'm at this job. I don't belong here. Like, nothing's changed, you know? I'm getting money. I'm getting paid. My parents tell me, oh, once you start getting paid, you'll feel more independent and more happy and free. I don't feel free. I don't feel any less different than when I felt when I was unemployed, depressed, and completely isolated. I still feel that way, but they'll never understand because I don't understand why. Like, I don't, this thing in me, I don't know. Only, you know, I don't know. Only God knows, because He's going to use me for something, you know, in His timing. I don't know when, I don't know what timing it is. I don't feel fulfilled at all in my life, you know. And it's hard to it's not good to say, you know. And I don't think I mean it wholeheartedly, but sometimes I just have those moments where I just think I hate my life. I have so many things to be grateful for, you know. I know, and I'm really grateful for my life. I'm very grateful. I'm so privileged. But there are some moments. Recently I went into a really deep depression, and I was just thinking, like, I hate my life, you know. And I don't mean that wholeheartedly, you know, but I know that, yeah. I just think, like, what am I doing, you know? When will I start living? Because I don't feel like I'm living at all. Everything around me is normal. People around me just live their lives as normal and everything is fine. But like, this isn't normal to me, you know? Like, I'm completely unsatisfied and bothered and like, yeah. It's so hard to explain in words, you know? It's so hard. The only time I feel that feeling of like, this is me, I belong, this is me, is when like I have a lot of people that I look up to, you know. I don't think you should idolize someone. You definitely shouldn't idolize a person because we all bleed, we under because under the creator, under God, we are all the same, we are all equal. You should never idolize someone who isn't God, you know. But I have people that I look up to, you know, because to me, looking up to them means like I see them. They are me. Like they are me. It doesn't make any sense. They are like me, you know? They are human like me. They know anxiety, they know depression, they know disappointment. They they started like in the trenches, you know? They were some of them were less privileged than me right now, you know? And but then like I look at them, I see their careers, what they do for people, you know? After everything that they've gone through, they want to give to people. And I feel that so deeply and I want to do the same. You know, I know that's my purpose, is to do the same. So looking at, and these people, they are anomalies. All of them are like every single person, because I'm really picky. I only have like under 5 people that I look up to, these celebrities that I look up to, these 5 people, you know. And they are all like anomalies. They were all different, you know. They were like the blueprints. No one was like nobody who came before them was like them, you know. They were the first. So I feel like that's like a clue into, or a sign that, you know, what I'm probably gonna do, you know. A clue into like why I feel like nobody understands me is because nobody is like nobody's like me. No one's done it like me yet, you know. So I look up to these people, and to me, you know, they're either singers, dancers, artists, you know, gamers. And I won't I'll go maybe in like a next video go into it. I don't know, maybe not, because anyway, and yeah, I just, whenever I watch them, I see them, their stories, I hear about their stories and their personalities, I just feel like I see myself for once, you know. I feel understood. So yeah. Yeah, I have to walk, I'm walking in faith right now, because I don't know how I'm going to get out of this situation, you know, and I have no clue how I'm going to go from A to B. All I have is God. All I have is to trust him, you know? Because I have to surrender. I can't do this by myself. So every night I pray to him and I'm just like, I trust you. I trust you. You know? So in his timing and in his ways, like, he put that in me. He didn't put, like, he would put that in me for a reason. He would put that in me because it would not fail. So that's all that I need. And I trust him. I'll just do everything that I can to keep pushing forward and being who I am and trusting in him, you know?